found some agreement that God is not very pro-life.
No, God is pro-life.
Oh.
Have you ever had a conversation with a conservative where you felt like you were just talked around in circles, and no matter how many points you made, no matter how much proof you provided, no matter how many inconsistencies you pointed out in their argument, you felt like you got nowhere? You're not alone. It is a very, very common occurrence, especially when it comes to the Bible. Because if you haven't noticed, a lot of their opinions on Christianity and the Bible directly contradict the teachings of the Bible. And when you point out things that directly contradict their beliefs from their own doctrine, they just deny it. They don't make any points. They just straight up deny it.
Consider yourself pro-life.
100%. God said, suffer the little children, for that such is the kingdom of God. So, every crime against a child is a big thing in God's eyes.
And in the Bible, God kills 42 children by a bear attack because they made fun of someone for being bald.
Yeah, and what's your point?
It just doesn't sound very pro-life to me.
Well, you know what? The thing of it is when you really...
He killed children, 42 of them by a bear attack.
Well, you could even go this. When the children of Israel taken over the land of Canaan, he said, wipe them all out. Okay. Women, children, everything.
So we found some agreement that God is not very pro-life.
No, God is pro-life.
Oh.
They can't even be bothered to come up with some half-baked excuse for the contradiction. They refuse to even acknowledge the contradiction at all. That's how you know it's not about logic. You can't reason with people who are indoctrinated so deeply into beliefs like this. As someone who studied cults in a master's program, this is how cults function. This is how people who are indoctrinated into a cult respond when you call out contradictions, when you point out logic that doesn't match with what they believe. They ignore it. They go into defense mode, and they think that nothing you have to say is of value or is logical. It's only once you're on the outside that you can see absolutely how ridiculous these beliefs can be. And I don't mean the belief of Christianity. I mean the beliefs that people use Christianity to justify, when in reality, it doesn't work.
The Bible should be taught in schools?
Yes.
Yeah?
Most definitely. Because children have gotten away from that, because they have. And it needs to be put back in all the schools, Catholic schools and public schools.
So you want the Bible back in school. Do you think there are books that should be banned from schools?
Yeah, of course.
There is a book that has a story of two daughters getting their father drunk and having sex with them. Would you want that in a school?
No, absolutely. Of course not. Of course not.
No.
That's outrageous.
That's the devil's work. We don't want the devil's work in school.
All right, well, there you have it. Talk to some people who want the Bible taught in school, but also want the Bible banned in school.
But the minute you point that out, the minute you point out the Bible should be taught in schools, but here's something that's in the Bible that if you weren't aware it was in the Bible, you'd want it banned, they can't hear the logic. Their brain immediately flips this switch into this defense at any cost mode. It's the same switch that flips when you say something that Donald Trump has done, and they respond with, I'd vote for him no matter what he did. Well, then what's the point of voting for him? What if he did something you didn't like? I'd vote for him anyway. It's not about logic. It's not about making sense. It's about a feeling, and it's about belief, which empowers people to honestly just sort of spout gibberish and expect it to mean something, even online.
The kingdom of God! My friend, lay your treasures up today. I want you to lay your treasures up today by praying to God. Father, thy perfect plans in this ministry. On this epic journey, Father, I'm praying for this ministry. It's your and my ministry. I'm praying for this message, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, wherever it goes. I'm praying that it'll reach out and thousands will come to Christ. You say it's not possible? You're lying. Thousands are being beckoned right I speak.
Now, obviously, some of the people in the chat were making fun of him. But that had 160 viewers just at the time of that short clip, at the time that that was recorded. 160 viewers! And he said nothing. He said nothing of substance. But you don't need anything of substance. You just need the feeling. You need the feeling evoked. Like with the yelling and the whatever this was. I'm not really sure what that was. But it's just about the feeling of something higher than you. The feeling of blind belief. Anyway, Jesus was a socialist, and he'd be really ashamed that people were using his doctrine for their bigoted views. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to check out some of my content that isn't news related, you can check out my personal YouTube channel at Bad Gamer Wyatt. And until then, I will see you in the next video. Thank you.